Always make sure to clean the kitchen before you go to cooking and wash them dishes. Get that nasty out of there. Back to you, Chef-O. You're gonna need just some rough chopped green bell pepper and onions, some ground black pepper, Roman pink kidney or pinto beans, 8-ounce can of tomato sauce, minced garlic or garlic paste, Padilla complete seasoning or sazon cilantro or achiote, adobo seasoning with pepper, cilantro, fresh is best. You're gonna need just some extra virgin olive oil and cumin. Optional ingredients include sour orange and chicken bouillon or better than bouillon chicken base, but these here are optional. Now over high heat, you want to get your large can of your pinto, Roman or kidney beans, and you want to put them in there with 3 cups of water, and you want to bring them there things to a boil. Yes, this is Dominican pinto beans or Dominican beans or stewed beans or whatever you want to call them. But these here is Romans, Habichuelas, Guisadas. Yes. So you want to put your little olive oil, about 2 to 3 tablespoons down there. You want to drop down in that olive oil once it's heated up with all rough chopped onion and green bell pepper. Some people put red bell pepper, all different colors in there. But you only want to rough chop them. You don't need to dice them up, and saute them in that oil for a few minutes, and then drop down in there with 2 to 3 tablespoons of minced garlic or garlic paste and go to sauteing that for about a minute and a half. So be careful not to burn it. It's going to be real fragrant in your kitchen at this point. Now what we're doing here is we're making us a quick on the spot sofrito. You can buy it ready made, or you can make it fresh, or you can store it and everything else. So after you do that for a little while, you want to drop down in there with that 8-ounce can of tomato sauce. Just like this here. Yes. This how you make your Spanish beans, whether they Puerto Rican style, Dominican style. This is more closely tied to the Dominican style of things here. So once you drop down in there with that sauce, you want to keep sauteing and stirring that around, making sure everything incorporated. And you got a mixture, half a teaspoon of adobo complete seasoning and oregano, 1.5 to 2 packets of sazon, and 1/4 teaspoon each of cumin, salt, and ground black pepper. And get that all mixed in and incorporated. Yes. We're working on our sofrito. This is everything that will go in the pot anyway. Now, this is the quick version using canned beans. Drop down in there with 7 to 8 half olives and a little bit of that juice too that got some sodium in it. Give it a little flavor. This here the quick version with the beans in the can. Now the from scratch version, get you about a pound of whatever kind of beans you're gonna use, and clean them things and soak them and overnight and cook them for 2 or 3 hours, low and slow. Drop down with a bunch of cilantro, baby. Try to pick off all that extra stalk and vine, because you will be fishing this stuff out at the end. Even though Chef-O sometimes like to leave them a little bit, just a little bit of that onion and pepper in there and munch down on, but you want to fish this stuff out, especially them cilantro stalks. Now once you done sauteed that another 3-4 minutes, your beans ought to be boiling. Bring them down to a simmer and drop down over the top in the muller there with that sofrito you just made, and get that all stirred in and well distributed within the dish. Now these ain't gonna take that long to cook. Like I said, from scratch you'll be cooking them about 3 hours. This here you could probably put off in about 45-50 minutes. So here I am after about a good 20 to 25 minutes or so. I'm gonna drop down in there with my potatoes. I forgot to mention that to you. You was gonna need some olives and potatoes. So if y'all ain't caught that, old Chef-O gonna tell you here, make sure you got you some olives and some potatoes. Yes. So you drop down there with them, put the top back on that thing and let it roll for about another 20-25 minutes till it's soft. And we done took our little plantain here, commonly served with Hispanic cuisine on the side, or any Caribbean cuisine. Usually always got you some plantains, whether it's Puerto Rican, Jamaican, Haitian, whatever. But here we are here. We got them things cut on a slant, and we done heated us up some vegetable oil. Oh no, excuse old chef, for this canola oil. You want to oil with a high smoke point. Don't try to cook these here, no olive oil. This here is canola oil. And once that oil go to jumping, you want to drop down in there with them ripe plantains. Make sure they good and sweet and ripe. The husk on them should be black. Peel should be black. And you don't want to cook them but about 2 to 3 minutes on each side. And see that there? See that golden brown color? That's what we're looking for. That's what we're trying to achieve. Yeah, so old Chef Fo just cook a couple batch of these here, a couple batch of them, and make sure they good and sweet. They'll be a good palate cleanser, because this here is a hearty, rich, and flavorful dish, and we ain't sparing on the seasoning here. It's full of flavor, so it's good to have this here plantain on the plate, because every now and then you can double back and go on over there and take your little nibble on them and get some sweetness in your mouth, and then go back to that rich, hearty, flavorful steak and beans. Now look at this here. We done cooked down on them now. That didn't take about 5 minutes to make. Yes. Now we back to our beans here. Now this is the perfect consistency without using no type of slurry or thickener. Just 3 cups of water. Now some people, if you want to make these beans thick, they'll use a slurry, or they'll mash some of the beans down and add them back in and make them thick. This here is perfect. So then now all I did was come over the top with a tablespoon to a tablespoon and a half of that sour orange and let it roll about 5 more minutes, and we ready to go, baby. Yes. Look at this here. Look at this here. Y'all ain't getting nothing to eat. You got to make your own. It's easy enough. Yes. Old Chef Fo love y'all. Old Chef Fo love y'all. Like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can stay tapped in as well. Spanish beans, baby. I'm out.